Hey fam, today on JK the Glitch, I want to talk about step 3 on how to become a revolutionary. In step 1, the video that I left here, it examines the fluoride that we need to get out of your system and how to decalcify your pineal gland, which is, like I said, your Wi-Fi to the universe and connection to everyone else. And in step 2, we examine the frequencies that that can help you feel the energies and help you to focus, and also triggers healing and clearer sense of thought and direction, and meditation and prayer, how that can help you go within so you don't go without while you're doing your revolutionary work, which all starts within. This is how we change the world. We have to, one at a time, awaken and find out what's going on, and see where we fit in, what our gifts are, where we can be of some help of changing things, not actually fighting the old system because it's a waste of energy and time, but to create a new earth, a new system, take away their new world order and turn it into a new earth power thing. Because the mass awakening is happening, and the more every day passes, you're going to see more and more craziness, because it's a limited time. People are woke. People are waking up, and the veil is lifting. So another way to help you unveil all the lies and the lifting, and when you go within, is the food that you put into your body. This is your temple, after all, and you have to realize that they are attacking. We've been under attack and under control, and how they do these things is with subliminally, with music. They do it with the food that we eat, and it's everything. We're just saturated in chemicals that deaden our fight and flight response, and the endocrine system, and our pineal glands that have been calcified and covered over, so that everything, we're in a fog right now. We're like zombies because we lost our connection to everyone else and everything around us. So that's what they work on. They work on squashing that. And another way to do it is with the food they're giving us. The food that have here in the United States is illegal in 30 other countries because it is not food. There are genetically modified organisms. Basically, anything that's made, that's in a box, that has a commercial, that's packaged in a box with all these preservatives and chemicals. I mean, who would have thought you could make mashed potatoes without peeling not one potato? You get that powder and you mix it. That's not food. That's genetically modified organisms. And people don't want to read the labels. But if at some point you do decide to read the labels, look what it says in there. It's not, at the very end, it'll say the product that you actually thought you were buying. It's genetically modified organisms that are making us sick. Aspartame is one of the worst things you could put in our body. That goes directly to your pineal gland to calcify it, to ruin it, to turn us into zombies. A lot of the diseases that the children are having, a lot of they're diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, and when it's really because of the food that they're eating, all the sugar that is in the genetically modified cereals that your children are eating that are full of pesticides, chemicals. That's what's making the children froggy and not being able to pay attention. It's fucking with their brains. It's making them lethargic. They can't pay attention. They can't focus. It's all because of the food and the vaccines, which that's another video though. But a lot of the foods that we are putting into our bodies are counterproductive, making us sick, making us fat, lethargic, and that's why the medical industry is licking their chops every time we go out there. And of course, I understand that some of these foods are less expensive than organic foods and USDA inspected organic food and stuff without chemicals, which is right there. That should tell you And if not, I'm going to tell you. All this started with the Codex Alimentarius. It's a big organization, and the co-sponsors are the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations. Also, you know who also has a hand in our food, in the food that we eat? The World Health Organization. Absolutely, they got a hand in this. Because in one hand, the WHO is saying that they want to know what we're eating so that what purpose is that? I'm surprised the medical industry hasn't put their stamp on this, because that's what happens. They give us all these genetically modified organisms. The WHO spreads it all over the world, or whoever wants it will actually take it. We all start getting sick, weak, because we're not eating food. And bam, right to the medical industry, where Big Pharma is making money hand over fist. So basically, they got all these genetically modified foods on lock here in the United States. We're feeding it. It's cheaper, so we're feeding this to our children. They start getting things like attention deficit disorder, which is nothing more than the sugar coma that they must be in, and they just can't sit down. And the food that we're eating is not nutritious. We need vitamins just to catch up with what natural food should have been doing. So now when you see that the World Health Organization has their hand in this, it all starts coming together, because all these organizations, one does something, the other one benefits, and then they pass that on to another one, and then that's the way they go. That's how they control the entire of humanity. And the United States, we have it the worst, because we're run by corporations. And these corporations that are creating these genetically modified organisms are making money hand over fist, selling us these genetically modified organisms that are not food. They're making us sick. And then enter the medical industry, the World Health Organization. Here they come. Well, why is that happening? Why are you diabetic? Why is your cholesterol so high? It's the genetically modified foods that we have in our system that are not being processed by our bodies. So it stays in our bodies, and that's why we're all getting out of shape, and it's all connected. So in order to become an effective and revolutionary, you got to fix your mind. You got to get the fluoride out, and you have to care about your temple, your body, because this is what's going to carry us through this revolution. Okay? I do my best to eat right. I do my best to cut back on the sugar, but then I have other problems going on and stuff like that. But everybody's different. If you do not have to take medication, by all means, please take care of your bodies, because you don't want to fall, like my mom used to say, be a victim of the medical industry, where right away you go in and they have a pill for every fucking disease or pain that you have. And Big Pharma just sits there making money hand over fist. Nobody's held responsible. Not many. Big Pharma has not been held responsible for all the atrocities and all the side effects that are causing us to get even sicker and not even healing. They remedy one problem, or they cover up one problem, and our body's trying to deal with whatever chemical we just put in there, and something else happens to us. So this is like a cycle. It's all planned out. It's an agenda to keep us sick, to keep us spiritually dead, so that we are complacent, so that we let them run wild with the whole world. Let them do whatever they want, because we are too out of it to even try to fight the system. Okay, but once you start getting the fluoride off your pineal gland and out of your body, and you start listening to frequencies and meditating, and start to know yourself, and nothing in excess. That's what it says in the Delphi. Anyway, you start to know yourself. You know what your gifts are. You know what issue you want to focus on to help change. And now you gotta deal with the food that you eat. You want to put healthy food in your body. The best diet is the raw diet. But not everybody has time to sit there and, I know I don't, every day and eat raw food. They said on a raw diet, you can literally get rid of whatever disease you have or that they put in your body or that's happened over the years. Clean your entire system out with the raw diet. The vegan diet, congratulations to all that can actually say that. But let me say on that diet, but there's nothing that says that because I met quite a few vegans that are just a tad bit too arrogant for me to even want to address it. When they start saying things like, you're killing animals and stuff like that. So it just doesn't make sense sometimes, a vegan diet. I mean, because if you're going to go raw, that would be, okay, that's the ultimate. The vegan, okay, they cook some of their stuff or whatever it is. But it's just the whole energy of, save animals and stuff like that. But when someone else is not as evolved as you are, as spiritually evolved as you are, and we're still eating animals, and you look down on us. So what does that say about your actual spirituality? You ain't as spiritual. It's all based on ego at that point. So congratulations to the vegans that do not sit there, and thank you that do not sit there and tell us that we hate our animals, that we're eating raw, that we're eating flesh, and all this garbage that these stories that vegans come up with. Congratulations that you're a vegan, and now be as spiritual as you think you are, and understand that people are still growing and learning. Now, not everybody can not eat meat at all. And when I eat it, I try to get farm raised stuff that isn't is no herb. I mean, no what do you call that? They give them hormones and stuff. You gotta watch what you eat. Okay, and then after that, there's vegetarian. They eat cheese and they eat eggs and stuff like that. And occasionally, then they got pescatarian, the people that eat fish and vegetables or whatever. Any diet is better than the stuff that we're buying in the grocery store that's in a box, saturated in sugar and genetically modified organisms that are created in a laboratory to deaden us, to make us sick, to make us lethargic. It affects our entire bodies, our systems, our brains. The aspartame goes right to your brain, and it mummifies us and makes you mummy. It takes away that feeling of oneness, that connection that we should be having. And there will be a lot more peace and compassion and empathy in the world if we had that. But right now, as you can see, the world climate is it's not all about hate. It's just a small 1/4 of the population, let me break it down, in the United States thinks they're better than everybody, and they're talking all kinds of shit. So that kind of hatred would not exist if nobody had been given aspartame and made you into a zombie and easy to control and easy to lead into violence and easy to manipulate, as these cults are. This cult is easy to manipulate. Violence is the thing of the day. No compassion. Absolutely no compassion for anybody other than the people that look exactly like them and act exactly like them and believe exactly like them. And that's just unrealistic, okay? That's unrealistic in this world. Not everybody's going to look, act, and agree with you all the time, okay? The thing to do when people don't agree with me, I'm like, okay, and if they bring me some evidence or something that look, I'll be like, oh, wow, okay, and I'll go by that. I'll research it. And then, if I'm wrong, I'll say, yeah, I was wrong about that. I didn't know about that. And let's go on. Let's grow from that. But this idea, that you, if you don't agree with someone, okay, and it's based on things like racism, misogyny, things that are full of hatred, things that are judgmental, okay? I will not put myself in the company of people that are that arrogant, that they think they're better than other people, that they think that other people's personal business is their own, okay? They take it upon themselves to, I have to do nothing. The only thing I have to do is stay Puerto Rican and die. Those are the only two things I have to do. in this fucking life. So this idea of me telling somebody else what they have to do is nil, because I'm not going to be told what to do and how to act or what to say. Walk on eggshells, fuck all that. That's fake. Okay, but like I said, as you start getting all these poisons out of your body or the food, and you start detoxing this stuff, chlorophyll will help you detox there's a lot of things that can help you detox and help your brain, your pineal gland, like there's cilantro, there's weed that can help you heal your body, relax, calm down, and come and be at that point where you're not so engrossed in other people's lives and business, as long as they're not hurting children or animals or killing somebody or stuff like that. I really do. Be happy. Go be happy. That's none of my business. Okay? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't affect my life. But when you want things to stop that affect other people's lives, people will bitch. They will stand up. Not everybody's a doormat like they want us to be. Okay, that's not happening. So in order to get more at peace with yourself, you have to realize that, yeah, there's other people that are opposite of you out there that you would totally not want to be around. That's all part of your whole psyche, and these are the people that you need to stay away from. And what you need to do is focus on you, your internal, what you're eating, what you're listening to, and what you're drinking, and that's what you have to focus on yourself first. To be an effective revolutionary, know what's going on out there, know what their problem is, and understand it. Okay, they're saturated in junk food, they're saturated in fluoride, they're zombies, easily led into anger and hate. It's easy for them. But you want to cultivate self-love, and you want to cultivate a thing of, okay, I can't change them, there's nothing I can do for that to help them to take some of that pain and anger away that they're holding on to, that's coming out as hate. You can't do that. I can't help them. I have to help me. I have to help me and realize, okay, that's the way they are, let it go. And then I have to focus on me and make sure that I don't become that. I'm trying right now, and I confess I have very difficult time not lashing out in anger, the same anger that has been directed to us first. Okay, there's a lot of right wingers. We're so angry, and like I said before, you hadn't been poking the bear, you won't get attacked. Okay, that's it. Just if you would have shut your mouth about all this racist shit and misogyny, then nobody would have been out here clapping back. Okay, and not all of us are gonna stay quiet for the sake of being spiritual. Yeah, I can't be quiet. Even for that, that would be being fake. That would be unauthentic. For me to keep my mouth shut when I see things that are really bad that are going on that will affect my life later on, that's not authentic. To stand up, to not be able to stand up and say something. Okay, it doesn't mean that, like I said, it doesn't mean I can't change my mind later on. But for right now, cults and racism and homophobia and misogyny are not really high on the list of spiritual growth, as we all know. We have to cultivate the opposite. And like I said, it doesn't mean that you have to sit there and be a doormat either. You speak your fucking truth and you stay authentic throughout this whole mess. Okay, just stay authentic. Work on eating clean foods, organic foods, farm fresh foods that are grown in your own neighborhood. Stop buying so much stuff from there. Go to the local grocers, the local farmers. That's the best food. Get honey from there. Get some chlorophyll in your system. I take chlorophyll to up my B12, up my iron, which they want you to take iron pills, but the chlorophyll and spirulina, green foods like that will also help you detox your body from all the garbage we've been putting in here, and it helps you create more red blood cells, more energy. Okay, research all the vitamins out there. You should be taking, especially vitamin D, that they trying to block out the sun. The sun is the sun literally activates your DNA. It's actually good for you, you know. And just be careful. Like I said, some people don't have the skin tone to be able to take especially the Florida sun. They say no joke. But anyway, do things. Get out in nature. See the sun. As you take the chlorophyll out of your, as you take the chlorophyll, you start getting more energy and breathe more. And breathing is very important. And when you do the frequencies, you'll feel that. Breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathing in that life source that we all have. And start calming down and you should be able to see and know what's going on, but stay at peace. And like I said, I'm having a lot of problems. I'm trying not to become the angry, racist person that we're fighting against. So I have to pray and remain within. And what do? Find out a way to beat this. Okay, we're going to find out a way to detox your body, to detox your pineal gland that's been calcified, so you will be able to see how have the veil lift in front of you, and you will see, and you will call out bullshit. You will see, you will be able to read people, read their energy, feel more things. Some people can even see auras and stuff, which I have to stay there for a long time to try to catch someone's aura, but I have this different gift. My gift is I can stand in front of you, and before you even open your mouth, I know if you're going to say something that's full of shit. Okay, that's why I get a lot of people that buck with me. That's the Aries with Scorpio rising and the sign of the dragon. Basically, I see you. If I feel bullshit, I know that everything you say is going to be bull. I'm not going to tell you. Sometimes I will. That's what scares people. You should be able, if people will not even look at you, it's because you've already cleared out your pineal gland, you're connected to source, you got the GMOs out of your system, you're detoxed, your pineal gland, like I said, the fluoride is out, you're clear, you've been listening to frequencies and meditating, and when someone gets in front of you and you say, oh, hell no. Like, especially us New Yorkers, we're able to, because New York is so diverse and so many people. When someone stands in our presence, we already know if that's a shyster, or if that's a real, or if he's a real badass, or if he's fucking crazy or full of shit. It's like it'll come right to you. And you can just remain quiet and keep that info to yourself and, oh yeah, and act normal. Try to act normal. Because a lot of this stuff, the information that you're going to be able to discern and see after you wake up it's going to be quite shocking. You're going to be like, oh, wow. The thing is, just like I said, go within and then don't focus on other people. Focus on what was the thing that you were working on. You want to fight to help children. You want to help Palestinians. You want to help Ukrainians. You want to help this one, that one, the other. You want to help the children. You want to help. You want to help people get better food. You want to fight the system. Whatever it is in a different way. Whatever it is, you focus on that. You focus on that, and then because you're at peace and at one with yourself, and you become the best version of yourself that you can possibly create with the help of the universe, and you're open to all the possibilities. Now you're at the point where now you can effectively pick a subject, figure out a way, whether it's a petition, rounding people up, making for whatever it is, and you're going to focus on affecting some change, some proactive change to make whatever it is better or change it, or make people more aware of it so that more people can get involved to help change it. Okay, that's how you become an effective revolutionary. Don't focus, put the blinders on. Okay, fuck what this one is saying, forget about that one, forget about that clique, forget about that pity party over there that they want to whatever. Forget about anything that's trying to stop you from being in tune with yourself, being connected to source, and working on the thing that needs correction, needs correcting, needs to be upgraded, needs to be more empathetic, more inclusive, whatever it is. Then you can work on that. But like I said, keep the blinders on. Forget about what other people are saying. Okay? Because they don't know. They don't know your day. My mother used to say, in every single head, there's a different world. So nobody knows your day, what you've been through, whatever it is, but only you know that. And after you've come into peace with yourself or whatever the hell it was. Now you're focusing on what you want changed. Now you become an effective revolutionary when you dismiss all the negativity that might and just go do what you know you came here to do. Okay? And I have a paper trail of things that I've been able to effectively change, and not it's not an ego thing. It's for me. I don't even talk about it. It's just like, wow, okay, that happened, that happened, that happened. Like I fought for gay rights in West Palm Beach in the '90s when I worked at AT&T. I was an AT&T operator. It wasn't a company that was homophobic. The union was full of good old boys and looked like MAGA, looked like Trump supporters back in the day. If there were Trump supporters now, I bet the same people that I was against back then were the same thing. And the Euro what? It's that kind of shit. And anyway, to make a short story long, there was an ordinance that they tried to overturn to protect LGBT in Palm Beach County. And I sat there and I filed a grievance and a lawsuit against the union, especially because they were the most racist, homophobic group that I've ever had come across, the CWA union. And don't worry, there's a paper trail to that, and I could prove everything from that, what happened there. But anyway, unions are good, though. I joined the union after I had been in the union, but it was the people that were there at the time that did not even follow union rules. And I filed some complaints and they ignored them, or they let them go. There was a time limit and they would let it just pass and not do anything. So push came to shove. At the end of the day, there was, I called them out. And they did admit, there was some discrimination on their part. And but what ended up happening was the ordinance that it got out. I never gave my name though. I informed the people in the area, the officials, that what was going on, but I never actually told them my name. Okay, it's not about me. It's about changing these rights, and this I thought was not right. And they wanted to fire people for being gay and because discriminate against them at the workplace. So I fought for that, and the ordinance was never overturned. They kept the ordinance locked. Even there was a Republican mayor at the time, and she sided with non-discriminating against LGBT. So that is one ordinance. And then later on, several years later, I went to Gay Pride up in Lake Worth, and I met someone. We ran into someone that actually was able to use that ordinance and sue because she was being discriminated against in her job. And to me, that's what it was all about. And I say, really? Well, yeah, that was an ordinance and that was back in the 90s, and I was able to use that, and that was all it took. That's when I knew, point blank, that I was an effective world changer. I was an effective revolutionary. I did what it had to take. I had, of course, to get death threats and stuff like that, but it all comes with becoming something that is going to change this mess that we call reality right now. And, good luck to everyone that decided to join the revolution. And I'm just giving you some of the tools that it takes so that you become an effective one and you become a peaceful one, because what the New World Order wants is violence. They want violence, and violence is all that's coming out of one of the political parties. And after all the years of all anonymouses and all of us talking about how the New World Order's main objective was